station to Bruce Templeton Community Christian Church with tonight's pregame prayer. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, this will be the third meeting on time between Harrison County and Estill County. Of course, last year the Red went down to Urban and unfortunately lost the game, I think that 28-13 at Robbie Wise Memorial Classic. The only other time these two teams played was here in Cynthiana over at Ingle Stadium in 1973.
A game that Harrison County won 76-0.
Whoa.
I don't think we'll have that highest scoring game tonight.
That's not happening.
Because the Engineers are too good of a football team to let that happen. All righty, I think we got time for one more break. So what we're going to do right now is take that and then come back for the kickoff of tonight's game between Harrison County and Estill County. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here on the Hilltop. We're merely moments away from the start of tonight's game. Of course, Harrison County, after tonight, will be on the road the next couple of weeks. We'll be heading to Ashland to take on the Boyd County Lions next week. And then the week after that, we'll head to Taylor Mill to take on the Scott Eagles before returning home for a couple of home games. So hopefully we can pick up a win tonight, get some positive momentum going into those games because they are district games.
All right.
We talked with Coach Graham a lot about these preliminary games are good for learning things, honing things, getting things better. But Trent, next week the real season starts.
That's it, man. That's what it's all about. You know, you want to win those games. You want to win every game if you play any sport,
right?
Anything. You want to win. If you don't want to win, you shouldn't be playing.
Exactly.
But you know, district's what matters. District's what gets you where you're going to be at in the playoffs and in the postseason. So. Yeah, Boyd County next week should be a fun trip. It's a really nice field
they got a great
stadium.
facility, yes.
So looking forward to going just a little further than you would like, but we are looking forward to going.
It's interesting that you say that because it brings to mind the fact that after this season is over, they'll redistrict the state.
That's right.
So we'll see if we're still playing with those guys or maybe have a whole bunch of new teams we'll have to play.
We shall wait and see.
That will be determined after the season is over, obviously.
Yes.
Harrison County kicking off to the Engineers, who appear to be ready for play. Pleasant night for football here on the Hilltop. Temperature just about perfect for homecoming, and because it's homecoming, it's a good thing there is no rain.
Yes, that's nice.
Cameron White approaching the football, kicks it straight down the middle. He'll be taken at about the 10-yard line by number 26, who is John McTeer.
Ooh,
And McTeer is going to
got
be
to him.
driven backwards. So good gang tackling that time by the Thoroughbreds, not letting McTeer get anywhere.
Like to see that.
Yeah, that's a good pump-up way to start a ball game for sure. Using a new pin. It's not really cooperating with me like I would like it to. But McTeer with that return. He'll put it down at the 12-yard line. 12-yard line. So only a 2-yard return. That was something we had problems against that Brody Jones, who was quick as lightning last week. Shotgun formation for the Engineers. Quarterback is Caleb Witt. Gets the snap, gives it to the first man through, and he's going to be stuffed
Landed
for a
Howard.
loss. Good job, Caden Arvin, one of their main guys, carrying the ball that time. And it's going to be a loss of 1.
There you go. Oh, well.
Back to the 11, bringing up 2nd down and 11 yards to go.
Two good plays and 2 good tackles.
Yes. Well, you know, Coach and I talked about on Saturday morning how we both like gang tackling. So that must have been a point of emphasis
sure
in practice this week, because the first 2 plays, our guys have swarmed the Engineers. Back into the pistol formation this time is Witt. And behind him is Arvin. Ball's on the near hash mark. Snap is back. The give is to Arvin again. He will be stuffed.
Another short game?
After a very short game.
Just a short game, I meant to say.
So Arvin with his 2nd carry brings up 3rd down and long.
Like Trip Nichols was in on that tackle. Trip getting the start.
Yeah, deservedly so after playing well last week. They'll put it at the 13, so a 2-yard gain. With 3rd down and 9 coming up, our opponents this year have been successful on 3rd down 49% of the time. That's way too high.
That is high.
So hopefully we can turn those fortunes around tonight. Ball is still on the near hash mark for this 3rd down and 9 play. Good opportunity for Harrison County to stuff the Engineers back deep in their own territory here early. Witt rolls to his left, being chased by Tucker. Now throws a pass into the flat. It's going to be caught.
Got tackled.
And
It's going to be a yard
he's going to be
short.
close to
Half-yard short.
first down yardage.
Yeah, it's close.
Not quite there. Let's see, who was it that caught that
I'm
ball?
not sure. 22 is what our esteemed PA man said.
That's Braden Waddle. So they're going to say it's enough for the first down.
Oh, daggone. That was a good
So
spot.
a 10-yard gain on the play. They needed 9. Takes the ball to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, last week we had the hardest time getting our team off the field on 3rd and 4th down.
Yeah.
Last week, West Jessamine on 3rd down was 3 out of 3. You know, 4th down was 4 out of 5.
Oh.
Give this time is going to be to Arvin. Arvin finds a hole up the middle. He's at midfield before being dragged down in Harrison County territory.
It's feedback on a tackle, but ball came out late, but it was down.
Oh, yeah, he was down for sure. But a big run by Arvin.
There was a late flag. I didn't see anything.
And a sideline warning.
On Estill.
Against the Estill County Engineers. Ball's at the 46 after a 31-yard gain.
31.
And another first down for the Engineers. Estill County over the offseason basically rebuilt their football field, so we probably won't get back there very soon, but good for them.
Yeah.
Ball's down on the far hash mark. Once again, Witt in pistol formation. He'll put a man in motion. That is Jack's niece. He'll give the ball, though, to Jeremiah Stevens. Big guy. Stevens listed at 6'1", 266.
That is a big boy.
Running the ball. Gets positive yardage inside the 45. And they'll place the ball down at the 44. So 2-yard gain on that play brings up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Engineers on the move. 8:41 left. We've just gotten underway here on the Hilltop on homecoming night, which the festivities will take place at halftime. Lined up wide to the nearest side appears to be Zach Young. Near side, the wide side of the field. Witt pistol formation. Once again, gives the ball to Stevens, and Stevens is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Good job once again by the Harrison County Thoroughbreds defense.
I'm going to give credit to the, looked like maybe Conway was in.
Conway was in there.
I mean, there's a bunch
Paul
of Breds
Robert
there.
was in there.
Paul Robert.
1 yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Hey, Ryan, what's up?
Rhino. Homecoming. It's the first time he's been home.
Is it? And he came to the right place
Yeah, he did.
for homecoming. And now he's going to go see his mother.
Go put him to work.
What's up with that? 3rd down and 9. Our opponents on 3rd and long have been successful 40% of the time. Snap back to Witt, looking to his left. Now he's going to be sacked.
Give that
Coming
credit.
in there, both Tucker and Grubb, as they took
Nicely
down
done.
the quarterback, Caleb Witt, who had no time at all to react. As soon as he turned around and looked where he was going to pass the ball, there were a couple of thoroughbreds in his face. They'll give him backwards progress to the engineer 47. So it's an 8-yard loss on the play.
Big play by the defense. Like to see that. Gave up one first down on the long third and then one big play,
Right.
but they've come to play tonight, at least in that first drive. Yeah,
Or maybe the light bulb came on for all these kids.
could have been.
Punt formation for Estill County.
Looks like we got, I can't tell the number.
Either Aaron Williams, the kicker, puts its toe to the ball. Good punt. And it's going to be picked up at the 12-yard line by
That's Caden.
Caden Custard, who returns it a few yards, but not too awfully far. Good punt that time by Williams.
Yeah. All right, so we know the Estill County defense has been putting up some good defensive numbers. We'll see how the high-powered offense of the Breds do against that defense.
Punt was a good one, about 40 yards. And Custer's return takes it to the 17. It's a 5-yard gain. 6:38 left to go here in the first quarter. No score as Harrison County will go on offense for the first time tonight. Custer in shotgun formation, gives the ball to Feeback. And Feeback is going to be wrapped up after a very short game. Talked about the pass defense for these engineers. Their run defense is giving up fewer than 200 rushing yards per game, so they're doing pretty decent as well. In fact, the only team that's gained over 200 yards on the ground against them was East Carter.
Yeah.
They'll give him a yard to the 18, which brings up 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Lights just now taking effect here on the hilltop. So the homecoming festivities will be all lit up. Custer down in pistol formation. Gets the snap, throws it in the flat, and it's going to be caught by Zink. A good play by Jackson, one of the main receivers for Harrison County.
Yeah, caught a lot of balls last week. I think 4 or 5 maybe. He's good.
Yeah, about the 23, so 5-yard gain on the first pass of the night.
It's been a good, they call possession receiver.
And with that 5 yards, Caden Custard has now passed for 3,001 yards in his career.
Well, there you go. That's something to celebrate.
Yes, definitely.
3,000 yards.
Only the 4th thoroughbred quarterback to get that.
Wow.
After Billy Faulkner, Van Isaac, and John Hampton. Snap is back to Custard. He'll give the ball to Feeback. Feeback has
it's gonna be
the
close,
first down,
close,
I
close.
believe.
I think you're right. But
If we get a good spot.
Yeah.
And they're going to stop and take a
Say
closer
first down.
look. And signal first down, our first Canuplaw first down of the night. Good run to the 27.
Had to dance around a little bit to find that hole, but did just enough to get the first.
Exactly. Ragweed sucks, people.
Jim is being attacked by the ragweed, folks. Hang tight.
5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Harrison County with their first possession of the night. Lined up wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, is Jay-Sean Lewis. Custard gets the snap, looks downfield, scrambles out of the pocket. Now throws it back this direction to Feeback. Feeback's going to have first down yardage, or just about first down yardage anyway.
I think you're right, though. Just kind of hard to tell with the sticks on the other side. Looks good. First down.
First down, so thank you very much, officials. 10-yard gain on the play. Takes the ball to the 37.
And
And another Knupwall first down
That's
for
right.
Harrison County.
now the Breds are looking downfield there, but when everything's covered, you go to your safety valve, and that's what feedback was there for, and enough to pick up another first.
Lewis winds up wide to the far side, which is now the wide side of the field. Snap back to Custard. Caden looking. Down the middle. Fires it. He's got
He's
a man
open.
wide open. That's Jay Sean. Catches the ball. The
And he's in.
10-5
That'll catch
touchdown,
him.
Harrison County. A perfectly
done.
thrown ball
That was
by
pretty.
Custard. Right in stride for Lewis. And much like last week's 78-yard
Yeah.
touchdown catch by Jay Sean, this one a little bit shorter, 37 yards, but still gets the same effect as Harrison County takes the early 6-0 lead.
That'd have been 63 yards.
No, that's right. I forgot which side of the
Yeah.
thing we were on.
63-yarder. Gotta love that. Great pass, great
Yes.
route running by Lewis, and 6 points for the good guys.
Coming in for the PAT kick, Cameron White, who's had his struggles this year, just 6 out of 12. Something we definitely need to get better at. And now a late man coming on the field for the Breds. Snap is going to be bobbled by Toomey. Tanner trying to get to the outside will be brought down short of the goal line.
Good effort, but not quite.
But with 4:11 left to go in the first quarter, your score, Harrison County 6 and Estill County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Stop by or give Dan a call.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop, Cameron White about to kick off following Harrison County's touchdown. Another good one that is going to bounce out of bounds.
Yep.
So no time comes off the clock. I think I figured out what's wrong with my pen. It's not screwed together.
You need a good one?
tight enough. No, I'm good. It just wasn't screwed
Since
on
I,
right.
since I steal yours every week.
Stole my good pen.
Yeah, we'll go to the 35 on the penalty there going out of bounds. So that's where the engineers will get started for their second drive. Breds looked pretty darn good on the defense.
Yes, definitely.
That first drive. So gave up a couple plays. So, you know.
Well, this defense is going to give up some plays. Let's be honest.
It is. But as long as
It's
they
a
make
matter
some
of
plays.
minimizing the number of plays where we get beat.
Right. Make some plays and get yourself a win.
Ball's going to be on the near hash mark this time. Once again, Witt in pistol formation with Arvin in behind him. Snap is back. The give is to Arvin. Oh, and he smashed for a loss. Woo!
J.D. Tucker. Big time.
JD having a big game so far.
He might not even been touched. He just busted through that line, just like we were talking about at the beginning of the game. Line making big plays already.
4-yard loss on
like
the
to see
play
it.
back to the 31.
And that was Arvin, correct?
Yes, uh-huh.
Okay.
He's about to run backwards, it looks like. So at least so far, we don't want to get all
No.
happy about things yet.
It's still the first quarter.
But our defense is looking a lot better
Yes.
today than they have the last 4 weeks.
Very much so. A lot more life.
Witt awaits the snap. And his own 31, second down and 14. He'll give the ball to Arvin, and J.D. Tucker is right there.
My goodness. J.D. came to play on homecoming.
J.D. trying to set a record for tackles for loss, it looks like. I mean, Arvin has got no time.
No, I mean, what can he do?
So back to the 27-yard line, another 4-yard loss.
Wow.
Brings up third down and 18 to go.
Oh, Tucker's had him some Cockrell's collisions.
Yeah,
Two in
there
a
you
row
go.
there.
Big time.
I'll be a front runner there.
The tea is sweet, the horses are fast, the day's work is honest. And the insurance, of course, is Kentucky Farm Bureau. Call Harrison County Farm Bureau today at 234-4514 and ask for Dustin or Amy. Well, maybe wait till Monday.
Yeah. Write that number down.
Yes.
Or look it up.
234-4514. Snap is back to Witt. Looking down the middle of the pass. Fires it, and it's going to be caught near
Got
the
tackled,
40
got
by
it. Oh,
number
ball's
9.
loose.
And now Ethan Henry drops the ball, and I think
know.
Harrison County got it. Ethan Henry, when he came
Hey,
down,
we got it.
drops the ball and
Here-
fumbles it. So Harrison County will
recovers.
take over in great field position
Yeah.
at the Estill County 40. Nice play by the defense to put the pressure on. So Harrison County, as we said, with 2:27 left to go in the first quarter at the Estill County 40-yard line.
Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, Harrison County.
Custard brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Be in shotgun formation with feedback on his right hip. Estill County flips its defense on the other side. Now going in motion is Zink.
Got feedback on the
Offensive
carry.
Feedback comes to the other side.
Oh, we got some
looking for the
room.
boundaries. Got
Got a
first
good
down.
block.
We got all kinds of flags to go. It's
Oh,
going
we
to
do.
come back.
Okay, yeah, it's coming back. Shoot.
So one flag is bad enough. 2 flags is even worse.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be holding, and it will be.
Right.
Yeah. Official making sure that both flags were for the same infraction. You know, last week we did a nice job, even though we lost, of not having a lot of penalties. I
No,
think we
and-
had like 6.
And a lot of them were 5-yarders.
Yeah, well,
They were offsides.
5 of the 6 were offsides.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, holding will really, I mean, obviously it hurts you for the 10 yards, but man, you got a big play like
Yeah.
that. But in saying that, might have got the big play because of the hold.
Yeah, that's true, too. We'd like to think not, but it was probably true.
Yeah.
All righty, this time Custer will be in the pistol formation with feedback in behind him. Double tight set. Ball on the near hash mark. Grubb goes in motion right to left. Custer keeps it on his own. Bootleg right. Still looking downfield. Here comes the rush. He fires it in the middle of the field, and it's over Grubb's
It's
head.
a little tall.
It's hard to throw across your body unless you're like
Yeah.
Elway or somebody like that.
Receiver was Grubb.
Brings up a second down and 20-yard to go situation.
Down and 20.
Check out Uptown Eats for great steak burgers, ribeye sandwiches, and tasty treats. Conveniently located on the hilltop, they're open until midnight, Monday through Friday.
That's tonight, folks.
And stay tuned later when we announce the Uptown Eats play of the game.
Yeah, you got to check out I know it's a good crowd, it looks like. Lots of students,
Yes.
lots of folks come back, and Estill brought a nice contingent as well.
They did, which I'm kind of surprised at. This is not an easy trip from Irving.
No.
Going back to passes, Custard
Got some time.
looks down the middle, fires it down the near sideline, caught by Jacoby
Caught.
White.
Nice catch.
Close to first down yardage.
Nice catch.
Give us a good spot. The officials are looking at it.
For Harrison County.
And now the white hat comes to make the official
it.
notification. And it's another Knupwall first down.
Right on top of that 30-yard
Ball
line.
will be placed on the 30-yard
So a
line.
20-yard pass play.
Down and 10, Harrison County.
Custer with another fine throw. He is just such a cool customer in the pocket. Doesn't
he
let
is.
anything rattle him. And is doing better about when the play is going to be nothing of getting rid of that ball. Pistol formation once again for Custer.
Gonna keep
He'll
it.
take it on his own to the right side. A couple of engineers trying to tackle him, but they can't get to him. And Custer goes to the far sideline where he'll wander out of bounds.
He got a lot more than most people could on that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Custard on the carry.
Well, he does that thing that you really don't see at any level, even the pros, those high steps.
Yeah.
Keep those knees up.
Yeah.
That way you can step over people.
He's got this nifty little move where he almost stops and starts again.
Yes.
And almost it freaks out the defender, it seems like. And
Well, it's
they don't know what to do.
Number 10 did us last week. Stopped and started. Found the big holes. Second down and 4. Handoff once again is to feedback. Malachi inside the 20, inside the 15,
nice
the
move.
10, the 5, where he's finally taken down.
Nice move.
Just short of the goal line by Alex Brasher.
That was
But
nice.
another good run by Malachi feedback.
For Harrison County.
And another Knupwall first down
That's right.
as well. So they're going to put the ball down at the 4, so a 20-yard gain on that play.
Nice.
Good to see the running game doing so well. That means the blocking up front is better.
That's right, and you love to have that balance
Yes.
when you're calling plays. Keep the defense off or on their toes.
Snap back to Custer, gives the ball to Feedback,
He
who
is
is going to dive, and he's in there for the touchdown. Malachi Feedback with his first touchdown of the night. Also for Feedback, that is his 4th rushing touchdown of the year as Harrison County goes up 12-0.
Very nice.
5-play, 40-yard drive after the fumble. Reds will go for 1.
No, going for 2.
We're going for 2.
Yep.
Okay. Custer will be in pistol formation with Feedback behind him. Snap is back to Caden. Keeps it on his own. Fires in the end zone, and it's going to be short.
Just a little low.
So at 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter, your score, Harrison County 12 and Estill County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All right.
Oh, ball loose again.
McTier has the ball. He drops it at about the 25. Harrison County's people are saying it's our ball. The officials coming in, and they're going to say it's Estill County's ball.
Okay.
But he definitely dropped it. It wasn't a muff. It was an actual fumble. So with 26 seconds left, Estill County down by 12 will take over possession of the ball. Going to be starting at their own 25-yard line. So about a 15-yard return. I'd like to see that number get a little bit better. So many things to work on in so little time, as Coach Graham has said many times. All righty, shotgun formation for Witt. Having a tough night so far. Calls for the snap. Now
21.
gives it to Arvin. Arvin goes left. Has the boundary and more. He's past midfield. He's going into the middle of the field. We're chased him. Only one man to beat. 20, 15, 10-yard line.
Wow.
Finally catching up with him
Tanner Toomey.
was Tanner Toomey. But a long run by Arvin puts the Engineers in the red zone.
Man, Tanner was giving everything.
Yeah, he
there.
did. Let's see. This is
That's going to be a bunch.
39 and 25, which is 54.
No, 64, right?
39. You're right. Gosh, leave work and don't have my ad machine with me. So at the end of the first quarter, your score, Harrison County 12 and Estill County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back on the hilltop as we get started to play the second quarter. Harrison County scoring on the first 2 times they've had the football and taking a 12-0 lead. Well, you know about, we need to get Ryan down for this one. You know about the Beast Pizza, but don't forget about Snappy's great salads and sandwiches. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235.
Ryan said, snap.
There you go. Sounded just like him. All right, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for Estill County. Pistol formation for Witt. Witt calls for the snap, gives it to Arvin. Arvin trying to go up the middle, has some running room, and will get inside the 10-yard line, looks like. After that 64-yard run, well-timed timeout for the Engineers to let Arvin get his breath back.
Yeah, no kidding. That was a big
They'll give
run.
him a yard to the 10-yard line. The Engineers could conceivably get a first down without a touchdown.
They'd be really close to the goal line if they did.
Yeah, it would be like a 2-foot line if that were the case. But 2nd down and 9 coming up for Estill. Harrison County 1 and 3 coming in, while Estill County 3 and 1. Lining up wide to the near side is Levi Beckler. Waiting the snap is Witt. Fakes the handoff, throws in the end zone, knocked away by Caden Custard. Nice job that time by Custard as the ball was just about to come to the intended Estill County receiver who was unable to come down with it. And that brings up 3rd down and 9 yards to go, although I think we're in 4-down territory.
I believe you are correct.
Of the 13 touchdowns scored so far this year by Estill, they've only tried for a kick twice.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think they'll trust him on a field goal attempt. Ball's going to be on the far hash mark. Once again, wide to the near side. The wide side is Levi Beckler, the sophomore.
Whistle, timeout.
And, whistle and sideline. No?
I don't know what's going on.
I think we had too many people gathered in the same place, so they're going to string us out some. Oh, okay. Only the coaches are allowed down to the 10, players not so much so. Oh, we're just getting rid of him. All right, here we go.
That guy don't want him down there.
And now whistle
Timeout.
and a timeout, Estill County, as we confused them. 11:06 left to go in the first half. Your score, Harrison County 12 and Estill County nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, after the timeout, 3rd down and 9 from the 10 for Estill County. Witt puts a man in motion. He gives the ball to that man. It's Arvin. Arvin trying to get to the outside, and another nice tackle by Harrison County. Jacoby White coming in there and wrestling down the running back Arvin, who's getting a lion's share of the runs tonight.
He's got 8 carries out of their 11.
Had carried 49 times in their first 4 games, so it's unusual for him to be carrying it that much tonight. No gain on the play, so the ball's still at the 10. 4th and 9, decision time for the Engineers. And as we mentioned before, probably an easy decision for them to go ahead and go for 4th down. Our opponents this year on 4th down, something else we got to improve on, have been successful 62% of the time.
You don't want it to be over 50.
And as we mentioned in our pregame, last week, West Jesmond was 4 for 5 in 4th down conversions. Witt in pistol formation. Arvin behind him. Gets the snap, rolls right, looks in the end zone, fires it, caught, but he's going to be short of first down yardage. Who's that, number 18?
I believe
Beckler.
16.
16. Okay. So Harrison County gets the ball back.
Jack's niece. Oh, that's
One of their best defensive players. Oh, there's all kinds of nieces down in Estill County.
Yeah. I just like the Jacks.
Jacks. Well, we got a
We had a
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah. Ball will be at the 4-yard line, so there was a
6-yard gain.
6-yard gain on the play. So 6 down.
Defense
to the
stands
4.
tall. Like to see it.
Again. Yeah, let's wait till we get our 12th man off the field.
Now we can play.
10:02 left here in the first half. Harrison County from their own 4-yard line. Custard actually standing in his end zone. Gets the ball. Hands it on. Oh, a
there
fumble.
was a fumble. Think Harrison recovered?
I think so. Who was that on the carry?
It was feedback.
Feedback on the carry. So something we haven't done a lot of this year, put the ball on the ground, but sometimes you get popped in just the right place. That's going to be a loss.
Oh, no, that wasn't feedback. That was
Jesse Mitchell?
Jesse Mitchell.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Mitchell on that
So he had the carry.
loss. Back to the 3, so a 1-yard loss on the play brings up second down and 11.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Breds. We'll take it as well. 9:25 left to go in the first half. Harrison County leads Estill 12-0. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WC Wayne Sports.
Penn Mills, serving farmers for a century.
All righty, second down and 11 from our own 3-yard line. Custard rearranges some of his guys in the backfield. Now flips it over to Mitchell. Mitchell coming this way, and somebody caught him from behind for a short gain.
Got back to the 5, I think.
They'll say forward motion was to indeed the 5 for a 2-yard gain. Brings up third down and 9. Harrison County on third down this year, 38%. It's one of those not great, but not bad either. Acceptable in the long run.
4 out of 10. Like to see it 5 or 6 out of 10.
Custard probably in passing formation this time. Says something to Mitchell, who he's put on his left hip. Ball's on the near hash mark. Here comes the rush. Custard in his own end zone looking. Fires it. He's got Jacoby White. It's just off his fingertips.
It was close.
Just off his fingertips. Valiant effort by the senior, though. But that does bring up a 4th down and 9 situation. And obviously a time for Jacoby White to go back there and put the ball away.
Oh, yeah.
Nevertheless, Estill County will be getting great field position. Farm Credit Mid-America offers short-term loans that handle the present so you can focus on the future. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more.
Appreciate you, Mike.
John McTeer back for the punt return for Estill County as he returns both kickoffs and punts. 5'9", 122 junior. White near the back of his own end zone. Kicks away.
It's a high one.
A knuckleball that will go straight up in the air when it bounces and rolling Harrison County's way, kind of.
Couple extra yards.
Back to the 36. So Jacoby's punt to the 36. So Estill County will take over at the Harrison 36-yard line, trailing 12-0 with 8:27 left to go in a very quickly moving first half of play.
Something we're not used to.
Yeah, I know. Well, when you have all those points, which leads to a bunch of incomplete
Stoppages.
passes. And the first 2 games, we had penalties galore.
Yeah. And when you're kicking off and going for two and getting extra points.
Yep.
All
it
that.
all takes time.
Rhino, you missed your
Ryan.
snap, man.
Yep. You'll need to come back and do the snap.
Good to see you, man.
All righty. In pistol formation is Witt. Ball's on the near hash mark. I make that Stevens in behind Witt. Stevens gets the ball. Stevens goes to the right side. He's a hard man to bring down at 6'2", 220, but we eventually do get him down after maybe a 2-yard gain. We'll see where the spot is at exactly.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but just got to wrap him up.
Stevens, who had 50 carries for the first 4 games.
3-yard gain.
Gets it to the 33, so actually a 3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 7 yards to go. Clock under 8 minutes here on homecoming night. The festivities will take place during our halftime. Ball's on the far hash mark. Trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Pistol formation with Stevens in behind Witt. Witt calls for the snap. Goes back to pass. In the flat, finds Stevens, who catches it, and is going to be taken down on another nice open field tackle.
That's Taylor Conway there.
Taylor Conway coming through big there to cut down the much taller Jeremiah Stevens back to the 40. So a 7-yard loss on the pass play.
Another good play by the D.
Yes, the defense has really stepped up tonight.
A lot of good negative plays by the defense.
Yes.
Let's see.
I'm sure there are Boyd County people here watching the game tonight. They're the ones we'll play next week. And probably thinking, oh, the defense is better than we suspected.
Yeah, 6 negative plays for the defense.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep. And the fumble.
Tackles for loss somewhere. Yeah, we've had 37 tackles for loss this season through our first 4 games.
6 already tonight.
So we're going to get over our usual average of 9 tackles for loss per game. Ball's on the near hash mark now. Make that third down and 14. Witt rolls out, and he was trying to go, I think, to Stevens, but there was so many players in between, the ball is knocked away.
Yeah.
So just simply an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 4th down and 14 to go.
Punt
and it looks as though they will punt the ball. Aaron Williams, 6-foot senior, does the kicking and obviously the punting as well. 6:35 left to go in the first half. Harrison up 12-0. About to get the ball back.
Custard in the back, waiting the punt.
Snap is back to Williams. His punt is a good one. Takes an Estill bounce. Taken. Oh, and Caden Custard was trying to pick up the ball at the 2-yard line.
Yep,
and
that's a mistake
like it happened so many times, he tried to take off before corralling the ball. And the ball is going to be recovered by the Engineers.
On the 1.
Oh, my. So, fumble by Custard. And 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line for the Engineers. So, 5 fumbled the punt. 6:26 on the clock from the Harrison County 1-yard line.
You got to think Caden was thinking about a big play there, but just got to let that one go and get the touchback and play some offense.
Witt in a very tight formation. He'll go under center this time for the first time tonight. Power eye behind him. And now time is called by Harrison County. 6:26 left to go in the first. Your score, Harrison County 12 and Estill County nothing, but Estill County right at the doorstep. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, here we go. First and goal from the 1. Under center once again goes Witt. Power I formation. He'll give the ball to the second man through. That's Braden Waddle, who will run into the end zone for the touchdown. Waddle's first touchdown run of the season, in fact. And that gets his Engineers back to within 6 at 12-6 with 6:21 left here in the first half. Just a touchdown set up by the fumble by Custard on the punt prior. And let's see, are they going for 2 or for 1?
Kick.
Looks like they're going to try the kick. Zach Young, their kicker.
On the kick for Estill County.
Young on the season. This is his first try. Junior. Snap good, hold good. His kick is going to be blocked. So with 6:21 left to go in the first half, Harrison County's lead now 12-6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCWN Sports.
Back for Harrison County, number 22.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County's advantage has been cut in half on the 1-yard touchdown run by Braden Waddle. Kicking off for the Engineers will be Zach Young, who tried the PAT, but it was blocked on a very low kick try. Well, if you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law handles bankruptcy, disability, and foreclosures. Call Brian if you're in need at 859-988-9658. Kickoff is going to be taken at the 20-yard line. And coming through with the football, catching midfield. Is that Custard?
I believe it is.
And Caden almost broke that one. He's upset with himself, maybe for not angling back inside, but still a nice return by
nice.
Custard. An excellent field position for the Breds with still 6 minutes left
All kinds of time.
in this first half. We'll put the ball down at the Estill 45, so by far the best initial field position for the Breds tonight. Custard's run goes 35 yards, so a very good return there. Our kickoff return team has done very well this season. Ball's on the near hash mark. Custard in shotgun formation. Goes back to pass. Has time. Still looking. Fires it down the middle, and it's caught for a touchdown.
Jay-Sean again.
Jay-Sean Lewis,
My goodness.
who had a 63-yard touchdown pass or reception earlier. This one comes from 45, and he was all alone.
Just getting behind that secondary.
Yeah. The ball was slightly underthrown,
Yeah,
so
he got kind of
Jay-Sean
waited
had
on it a
to
little
wait
bit.
on it. I was kind of afraid the Estill County kids would catch up, but it had just enough mustard on it to settle right into Jay-Sean's hands for 6.
Efficient
All right.
receptions by Jay-Sean Lewis. 2 catches, 108, 2 TDs.
I'll take that every time.
Pretty good.
Now has 4 touchdown catches on the season, which is the most on the team.
And we'll go for
Reds will
2.
be going for 2 to try to make up some of the non-extra points or extra points that we didn't get. Nice job. Nice pass by the quarterback, Custard, and a
protection.
nice protection. Custard looking in the end zone, fires it to the back, and
good defensive
it's
play.
gonna be
Oh,
caught.
it got caught.
All
Wow.
right.
Braxton Grubb.
So
I
Braxton
didn't know he was
Grubb
back there.
catches the 2-point conversion, and with 6:03 left to go in the first half, your score now, Harrison County 20 and Estill County 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCWN Sports.
711 their telephone number. Stop by or give Dan a call today.
All right, as we get back to action, the kickoff goes to
See the
Ethan
number.
Henry, number 9.
Yes.
Who makes a short return before, once again, the Breds gang tackle him. But Estill County now down by 14. They'll be starting out from their own 32-yard line.
That was a pretty quick drive, right, Jim, on that last one?
Yeah, just one play. So about as short as you can get.
One play, maybe 10
After
seconds.
Estill County had scored on just one play
Right,
prior.
yeah. Two one-play drives back-to-back.
Yeah. One from 1 yard, though.
I know.
Lining up wide to the near side will be Beckler. Ball's on the far hash mark. Witt in pistol formation with Stevens behind him. Witt puts a man in motion. He gives the ball to Arvin on the counter tray. Arvin had some running room up the middle. Malachi Feeback, the only person left that can tackle him, and he does. But not until after a long run by Arvin. Another long run by Arvin.
That's the third big one for him.
Arvin came into this game averaging just 76 yards per game rushing.
He has a lot more than that.
Yeah, unfortunately. He'll go down at the 38. So 38, that's 12 and 18, a 30-yard run that time by Arvin on the counter tray, which we weren't really prepared for.
No.
First down and 10 for Estill, trying to answer the touchdown they gave up.
Yeah, 9 carries for Arvin, and this is with a couple of negative runs. He's about at 120.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow. Came in with 76 yards on average.
3 big runs for Arvin so far. Big runs.
Pistol formation for Witt. Stevens is behind him. He'll put Arvin in motion, but gives the ball to Stevens. Stevens finds a running room over on the far side for about 5 yards.
Yep. Don't think you want Stevens to get ahead of steam. He might bulldoze some guys.
He's a big kid. Like we said, 6'2", 220.
Big, tall, strong.
Yeah, they put the ball down to 34, so a 4-yard gain on the play. Brings up second down and 6. Clock down to 5 minutes. 20-6 is your score. The Thoroughbreds leading over Estill here on homecoming night. First time the Engineers have played here on the Hilltop in 49 years.
Wow.
Last time they lost 76-0. Today it's 20-6. Arvin goes in motion. Counter once again, gives the ball to Arvin. Cuts up on the far side. He's going to be close to a first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard shy.
Yeah, I think you're right. Another good run, but this time Brad's been able to get some paws on him.
Get to the 29, so a 5-yard gain on the play. Makes it a 3rd down and 1. Thoroughbred coming off of the field late. But Estill County wasn't ready yet, so all is good. Clock down to 4:20. Witt brings his team to the line of scrimmage. The ball's over on the far hash mark. Zach Young wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Pistol formation for Witt. Stevens is behind him. Puts Arvin in motion, gives the ball to Stevens. Stevens has first down yardage and around the 25, so Estill County once again on the move.
Keep it moving.
30-yard run by Arvin, getting his
down,
team in
maybe.
there. Yep, yeah.
They're just slow to get up.
And he's trying to get up, and now he's up, but limping in noticeably. So J.D. Tucker, who was in on that tackle.
He don't want to come out. I know.
No, it's a wild man. 4 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 6 yards to go from the 25.
Engineers got 2 timeouts, so not really too worried about the clock. Obviously, they want to score before half, but they're not in any rush.
Once again, Witt in pistol formation. Stevens is behind him. Very tight set up front. Snap back to Witt. Throws the ball. Caught off the shoe tops.
18.
That time by number 18. You are correct. Levi Beckler. Is that his first catch of the night?
It is.
And that will take the ball inside the 20 to the 18. A 7-yard gain on the play. And that will bring up second down and 3. In the red zone this year, our opponents have scored 83% of the time. 19 out of 23.
I don't think any of those are field goals.
No, they were all touchdowns. So something we got to work on it. The red zone defense. Stevens in behind Witt. He'll put Arvin in motion. Gives the ball to Arvin on the counter tray. He goes to the outside. Now tries to make a move inside.
Get a
And
first.
it's going to be close to a first down, and they're going to say he actually does have the first down. So another good run by Arvin.
Yep. That play is working for him.
Yeah, to the 13. So a 5-yard gain on that run. And as we suspected, they're doing this offensive move mostly with the run. Team been running about 74% of the time. I'd say they're around that percentage tonight. Witt with Stevens behind him. Puts Arvin in motion left to right. The
Do it
give is to
again.
Arvin
Read
again.
that
He's
one
going to be
better.
wrapped up and taken down.
That was
Nice open field tackle.
by Ryan Cochran,
Ryan Cochran with the stop.
73.
73, Brian Cochran on the stop for Harrison County.
Oh, yeah. Goes back to the 16, a 3-yard loss on the play. We've had a lot of tackles for loss
Yes,
tonight.
we have.
Second down and 13. Clock is under 2 minutes to go. Estill has a couple of timeouts. Beckler lines up wide to the near side, the wide side of the field as the ball's over on the far hash mark. Stevens about a step farther back this time behind Witt in the pistol formation. Arvin once again in motion. The handoff is to Stevens and almost got brought down for a loss, but then wiggled his way free for a gain. And the ball's going to be placed down at the 11.
I think so. 10 or 11. 10 or 11. Which one?
Ball got loose from the officials. 1:19 left to go now. We'll give it a 10. So a 6-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7 yards to go.
Third down and 7 for Estill County.
Probably 4-down territory.
A timeout, maybe?
And a timeout, Harrison County. 1:03 left to go in the first half. Your score, Harrison County 20 and Estill County 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Alrighty, out of the timeout. Third down and 7 to go. Arvin goes in motion, lines up with Stevens
Offsides.
behind
Offsides
Witt,
on us.
and a flag and an offsides against Harrison County.
Just the second penalty of the night, but not a good time.
Golly, we had 5 of these offside penalties last week over at West Jess. Our first time tonight. But it'll cut the distance down to 5, or to the 5-yard line. It's still third down and 2. 1:03, and Estill County trying to get back to within a single score, probably going into the halftime locker room. Time for our defense to stand tall. Beckler lined up wide to the near side, the wide side of the field. Power I formation as Witt goes under center. He'll give the ball to Arvin. Arvin up the middle, dives, and he's in there for the touchdown. Good hard run that time by
it was.
Arvin. No, it's Waddle, excuse me,
Oh, it was
Braden
Waddle.
Waddle. 22, not 21. Braden Waddle scores his
Second touchdown of the night.
second touchdown of the night and of the season. Makes it 20-12. 5-yard TD run.
Just like Lewis has 2 catches for 2 touchdowns, Waddle has 2 carries
Yeah.
for 2 touchdowns.
Right now, Estill in the muddle huddle, but now they'll go back to their ordinary
Gonna
positions. And Zach Young, who had his kick blocked the last time, back to try it one more time. So Young, junior, awaits. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is going to be wide left. So with 57 seconds left to go until halftime, your score, Harrison County 20, but Estill County's got 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. back here at the Hilltop. Under a minute to go in our first half. Estill County has gotten back to within 8 points at 20-12. Kicking off will be Williams. Sends it back, and it's going to be taken at the 18-yard line.
Looks
Is that
like-
Jay Sean?
No, I don't think so. It might be Mitchell.
Find out.
On the return for Harrison County, number
Jesse
22,
Mitchell. So Mitchell on the return. So Harrison County, no more timeouts. 51
number 34,
seconds
Fletcher.
on the clock. They'll take over at their own 35-yard line.
What play does Jim Swinford call right here with a lead?
I'd
And-
go for it. You know,
We'll
our
go-
offense is explosive enough. I'd go for it. Maybe not, drop back pass and look. I'd try a little counter something.
Okay.
Double reverse, flea flicker or something like that.
Statue of Liberty.
There you go.
Hook and ladder. Hook and lateral. Excuse me.
Shotgun formation for Custer. The ball's on the far hash mark. Custer gets the snap, goes back to pass, rolls this way, flicks it to
There you go.
Lewis in the flat. Lewis across midfield to the 45 before being chased out of bounds.
Very
Nice
smart.
outlet pass that time to Lewis.
That's
He's having a huge game tonight.
Yes, he is.
He'll return it or take it to the 44. So 6 and 15, a 21-yard pass play.
Okay.
And another Knupplaw
That's
first
right.
down.
Ball will be placed on the
43 seconds on the clock, but now the Breds are in Estill territory, and the Engineers look confused defensively. Custer
Plan.
looks at his wristband, gets the snap, rolls left, lobs it, caught
Zink.
on the far side by Zink, and
Did he fumble it?
Jackson.
I think he fumbled it
Did he
out of
fumble out of
bounds.
So Zink with is that Zink's first catch tonight?
It is. No, second. I'm
Second
sorry.
catch.
Second catch.
Gets it down to the 37, so a 7-yard pass play. Second down and 3, but the bigger question is the 35 seconds on the clock and 37 yards to pay dirt. Feedback lines up on the left hip of Custard. Ball's on the far hash mark, trips to the near side. Custer goes back to pass, looks down the middle. He's got a man. It's Jacoby White. Jacoby
Got out
with
of bounds.
another Knupplaw first down as he steps out of bounds.
Very good.
Custer's pass complete.
Say that he stepped out at the 17, so a 20-yard gain on that play.
Very nice.
As we said, another Knupplaw first down.
17-yard line, first and 10.
Ball resting on the far hash mark. Trips to the near side once again. 28 seconds on the clock.
Got some movement on that defense.
Yep,
Might be able
Conway
to-
goes from right to left, so now 2 wide left and right. Snap back to Custard. Looks down the middle. Now is scrambling out of the pocket to the right side, and now tucks it under.
Gets
He's
some
at the
yards.
10 before stepping out of bounds.
It's Caden's only second time he's ran tonight.
Is that right?
Hadn't had too much.
No, as long as everything else is working.
Right.
That's what you go with. 19 seconds on the clock, but Custard will get the ball to the
13.
13-yard line. Yes, 4-yard gain on that play. Seems like he ran for a lot more than that. Second down and 6.
Second down and 6, Harrison.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Guys look over to the sideline for the play. Jacoby White will come out. Jay Sean Lewis being told to go from the right side to the left side. We've had trouble with Jay Sean tonight.
It's single coverage out there, too.
Snap is back to Custard. Flushed out of the pocket immediately. Now he's in trouble. Lateral to Feeback. Feeback looking for running room. And he's going to have the pins taken out from under him over at the far side, and that might run out the
Like
clock.
that's it. They're not going to be able to get back.
No. So the ball was flipped, and
That'll do.
that will bring us to the end of the first half of play.
Score, Harrison
And
20.
looks like Malachi was out at the 10.
Homecoming festivities.
So a 3-yard gain on that last play in case you're scoring with us at home. But a 20-12 lead for Harrison County as they go to the locker room. Homecoming festivities coming up. We'll take a break and then come back and go over all the scoring and stats in our halftime show. We'll also take a gander at what the other fall sports are doing, as well as our past and future football opponents. It's a lot to do, but we're going to have like 23 minutes to do it. We'll also give you the winners of the homecoming festivity.
And if you're not watching on YouTube and you want to see some of it,
yes,
you can click on our YouTube feed. We'll show you the court and everything.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Jim and I will tell you who the winners are.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
But not before they're announced to the general crowd.
I'm going to find out right now.
All right. With that, once again, your halftime score from here on the Hilltop: Harrison County 20 and Estill County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Life gives us plenty of reasons to lie awake at night, but maybe your sleeplessness means something more. Harrison Memorial Hospital reminds you lack of quality sleep negatively impacts our bodies. Sleep apnea and other conditions are diagnosed at our sleep disorders clinic with neurologist and sleep specialist Dr. Maria Pavez. Call today at 859-235-3629. Harrison Memorial Hospital. Take care of yourself. We'll take care of the rest.
Four 5454. That's Angelo's Pizza.
Alrighty, back here on the Hilltop, Harrison County leads 20-12, a game in which, at least so far, the Breds have not trailed. After the Estill County Engineers went 7 plays and then had to punt on the initial drive of the ball game, Harrison County got the ball back at their own 17, and it only took them 5 plays as Jay-Sean Lewis catches a 63-yard pass from Caden Custard. A lot of yak yards on that touchdown. Harrison County tried to get the extra point kick, but the snap was awry, and then Tanner Toomey tried to run it to the end zone, but it didn't work. So, despite that, Harrison County led 6-0 with 4:11 left in the first quarter. Estill County ran 3 plays in their next possession, but then fumbled the ball away, giving the ball back to the Thoroughbreds. Harrison County, starting at the Estill County 40-yard line, got a couple of 20-yard plays, a 20-yard pass play to Jacoby White, and a 20-yard run by Malachi Feeback before on play number 5 of the drive, Feeback went in from 4 yards out. Harrison went for 2, but the pass was no good. But with just 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Harrison County's lead was 12-0. Estill County got the ball back and eventually fumbled. Should have written that down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So mark that here. Got down to the 4-yard line before eventually, or no, that's what that was. Yeah. So Harrison County got the ball at the Estill County 4-yard line, and it did take them a couple of plays before having to punt the ball away. Estill County got the ball back. They ended up having to punt again, and then after that, Caden Custer tried to field a ball on a punt that rolled all the way down to the 1-yard line. He was trying to make something happen. I'm not going to blame him for that, but he did fumble the ball away, giving Estill County the ball at the 1-yard line. It took them just one play for Braden Waddle to go in. The extra point kick was blocked, so Harrison County still had the lead at 12-6, 6:21 left to go in the first half. On the very next possession, Caden Custer returned the kickoff 35 yards, giving Harrison great initial field position at the 45-yard line of Estill County. And on the very first play from scrimmage, it was Jay-Sean Lewis once again connecting with Custard, this time from 45 yards out. Harrison County went for 2, and Braxton Grubb caught the ball at the back of the end zone, putting the Thoroughbreds up 20-6 with still 6 minutes left to go in the first half. On the next possession, Estill County had their finest drive of the night, going 9 plays and 68 yards. Eventually going in from 5 yards out was Waddle, who had not scored a rushing touchdown all year, but has scored 2 in the first half. Harrison County got the ball back, but could not score as time ran out. We'll take a break, come back, and have Trent take a look at all the stats from the first half. Once again, though, your halftime score, Harrison County 20 and Estill County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
When you're
Five 9-234-3323.
All right, we're up to the junior class, and next up, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see the entire senior court on there, but we'll get you some stats here real quick, and then we'll get you a winner of that. First, for Estill County, they had 171 total yards in the first half, 142 of those on the ground, and 29 yards passing. Arvin led the way, 12 carries, 126. Stevens, 6 carries, 18. Witt, a carry for -8. And Waddle, 2 carries, 6 yards, 2 touchdowns. The catches were Waddle for 10, Henry for 13, Neese for 6, Beckel for 7, and Stevens -7. And they had 5 first downs, 1 fumble lost, and that's how Estill's numbers look. Next up, for Harrison County, total of 222 yards in the first half. Caden Custard was 8 for 10 for 191 yards and 2 touchdowns. And as a team, just 9 carries for 31 and 1 touchdown. Catching the ball, Jay-Sean Lewis, 3 catches, 129 yards and 2 touchdowns so far. Then Jacoby White, 2 catches for 40 yards. And Malachi Feeback, a catch for 10. And Jackson Zink, 2 catches for 12. On the ground, 5 carries for Malachi Feeback, 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Jesse Mitchell, a couple carries for a yard, and Caden Custer, 2 carries for 10 yards. Reds have 6 Knuplau first downs in the first half. Did have the 1 fumble lost, so turnover margin is 1-1, and that is where we stand on statistics. So I'll tell you what, we'll take this break. When we come back, we'll have a king and queen for you. By that time, And Jim's also going to let you know what else is going on in and around the Hilltop sports-wise, and see what our past and future opponents are doing. You are listening to Harris County Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here at the Hilltop as the homecoming festivities continue. Let's take a look at what our past and, well, no, first we're going to look at what the other fall sports are doing. Volleyball team went 2-1 this past week. On Monday, they beat Nicholas County here on the Hilltop 3-0, but then went to Lexington on Wednesday and lost at Lafayette 3-2. They made up for it, though, by last night knocking off Fleming County and Flemingsburg 3-0. So once again, 12-6 is what the volleyball team is right now. If you want to go see them, you got your chances this week, as they'll have 3 matches all on the Hilltop. Yep. On Monday, they'll host Pendleton County at 7 o'clock. You can hear all the action of that match right here on WCYN with Ed Lewis bringing you all the action of that volleyball match. On Tuesday, the Phillies will host Bishop Brossard at 6:30. Then on Thursday of next week, they'll hopefully, beat Clark County, who will be coming to town. That match begins at 5:30. Girls soccer team picked up a win this past week at Grant County, snapping a 9-game losing streak. However, on Monday, they did lose to Boone County 1-0 here on the Hilltop. So overall, Kevin Gaunce's girls are 2-11 this season. They've got a couple of matches this week. On Monday, they'll head up to Northern Kentucky to take on Calvary Christian. And then on Wednesday, they'll be back in town as they'll host the Franklin County Lady Flyers. The boys soccer team, 6-4-1. They split 2 matches this past week. On Tuesday, they lost at Campbell County 3-0. But then last night, they hosted Fleming County and got past the Panthers by that same score of 3-0. Boys soccer team, just like the girls, has a couple of matches this week. On Tuesday, they will be on the road to Trinity Christian, which I think is kind of close to Louisville, maybe. Meanwhile, on Thursday, they'll host Bluegrass United. Bluegrass United, in case you're not aware, is a consortium of several home schools in the Lexington area, and they combine forces to play different sports. Anyway. Get some winners here.
Okay.
That's all right.
We'll get the winners right now.
All right. Turn them up.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for.
All been waiting for.
There you go.
This year's second runner-up is Addie Berry and Malachi Feedback.
Addie Berry and Malachi Feedback. Second runners up.
Malachi. All right. Congratulations to Patty Berry and Malachi Feedback.
Our first runner-up is Kyla Sword and Lucas Harrington.
Kyla Sword and Lucas Harrington. First runners up.
Lucas Harrington. Congratulations to those two. Work with Kyla at the baseball press box.
Your 2022 homecoming king is Barton Chastain.
Bart Chastain gets the king.
And your 2022 homecoming queen is Ashlyn McNeese.
Ashlyn McNeese.
Ashlyn McNeese.
There's your queen. So
there
there you
you
go.
be an old person saying, now, whose child is she?
Oh, I don't know. I know who Bart's parents is. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. I saw Stevie coming
about-
up
that's
the
about all I
aisle as
know.
we were about to get started. So, once again, Patty Berry and Malachi Feeback, your second runners-up. Your first runners-up are Kyla Sword and Lucas Harrington. Your 2022 football homecoming king is Bart Chastain. And your 2022 football homecoming queen is Ashlyn McNeese. So congratulations to all those young people for putting on a good show, and I'm sure deservedly Bart and Ashlyn getting their just rewards as the king and queen of this year's homecoming festivities.
They both look very nice in their crowns and tiaras.
Yes, yeah, taking pictures right now.
Yes.
In fact, I think Malachi's taking a selfie. No, I'm just kidding. But where were we at? Oh, we were just talking about the volleyball, girls soccer, boys soccer. The golf team had some success this past week, or at least individually so, down at the Class 2A state. Hadley Crump came in 5th.
That's awesome.
In Class
really
2.
good.
And Tristan Mitchell came in 11th.
Yes.
And that's from the entire state in the Class 2A schools, of which there are a
Right.
whole bunch. So congratulations to both Hadley and Tristan for getting those honors, as they are both and have been for years now great golfers on the golf team.
Absolutely.
It's hard to believe, but the golf teams are going into their regional tournaments this coming week.
Yeah, that is kind of
I
strange.
mean,
It's-
of course, golf starts way before anybody else,
Yeah.
and they get done way before anybody else because they don't want the golfers to be golfing in cold weather. all
yeah,
right?
I mean, that's
So I get it. The boys on Monday will have their regional tournament at Houston Oaks, which is
Great.
a mighty fine golf
That
course.
it is. Great course.
And then on Tuesday, the girls will have their regional tournament at the Henry County Country Club. Have you ever played the Henry County Country Club?
Where's Henry County?
It's Eminence,
No,
just this side of Louisville.
Definitely not ever played there.
Never played Henry County?
No.
I'm trying to remember.
How is that region?
The boys' basketball team, it's 8th region. The boys' basketball team actually won the Henry County Invitational this year.
Yeah, this past year. That's
So,
right. I knew I'd heard of it.
I was
but
there 3 times,
been
but I don't remember seeing a golf course. So it must be closer to town or on the other side of town.
Yeah.
So,
But no, I do not know anything about it.
But,
But I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't hold the regional tournament someplace that wasn't fine.
Yes.
So best of luck to the boys on Monday at Houston Oaks and the girls on Tuesday at Henry County Country Club. Cross-country team will be in action tomorrow as well, as they'll participate in the Double S Stampede, which is over in Georgetown. Not sure exactly where in Georgetown they'll be running. But I was thinking when I was writing this down last night, would you want to call a cross-country meet a stampede?
No.
It sounds like everybody is
Sounds
lined
dangerous.
up and, you fire the shot or however you get things started. And then a stampede,
Sounds like
to
the
me, sounds like people getting run over.
Yeah, running of the bulls. That's
yeah,
what I think of.
yeah. So hopefully, no, I mean, I know it's not
Not
that.
Pamplona.
But just an interesting name for a cross-country meet. The band last week came in 4th at the Bourbon County tournament.
Okay.
And they are off this week.
Okay.
So they'll be back. Yeah, I didn't look farther than this week. But they'll be back, playing better than they did the first time. But 4th in that, that prestigious enough tournament over there is pretty good, I think. So there are your fall sports and what's been going on with them. As far as our past and future football opponents, Lawrence County rocking right along at 2-1. They beat Russell at Russell last week, 50-10. They're actually opening district play tonight as they'll go down to Salyersville to take on the Hornets of Magoffin County. Anderson County picked up a win last week at Breckenridge County, 54-30. They will be at Garrett County tonight, so we'll have to find out from Eric how his Golden Lions did against Anderson County. Bourbon County, 1-3. Their only win coming against Harrison County. They lost at home last week to Woodward, which is out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 38-22. The Colonels are at Great Crossing tonight. West Jasmine, who we got beat by last week, 49-41. They're hosting the Ashland Blazer Tomcats tonight. So a tough outing for the Jones boys against a very good Ashland team. Excuse me. Boyd County, Harrison County's opponent next week, is 3-1 on the year, having defeated South Point, Ohio, Lewis County, and Greenup County. Their only loss came in the second game of the season when they lost at Ashland 22-8. Tonight, Boyd County begins a 5-game homestand against the Mason County Royals before taking on Harrison County next week. Scott High School had a bunch of people graduate last year and are struggling here in the early part of the season, just 1-3. They lost at Connor last week, 21-20. They're hosting Grant County tonight, however, so they might pick up a win against the Braves in a game played in Dry Ridge. Rowan County, another district opponent, 2 up and 2 down on the year. They beat the likes of West Carter and won at Fleming County last week, 21-20. Their losses have been to good teams. They lost 34-0 to East Carter and 40-3 to Raceland. Tonight, Rowan County begins or finishes up their non-district schedule, or at least the early part of it, by hosting Greenup County. Holmes High School keeps rocking along, 3-1 on the year. Got by Newport at home last week, 32-28. They've got an open night tonight. Fleming County, meanwhile, 2 up and 2 down. They lost, as we said before, at home to Rowan County last week, 21-20. They are at East Carter tonight as they'll begin their district play in a couple of weeks after an open week next week. Well, back here on the hilltop, your homecoming festivities have been concluded once again. Your royalty, second runners-up, Patty Berry and Malachi Feeback. Your first runners-up, Kyla Sword and Lucas Harrington. Your 2022 football homecoming king is Bart Chasteen. And your 2022 football homecoming queen is Ashlyn McNeese. So congratulations to all those kids for winning those awards. We'll take a break, come back for the third quarter kickoff after this timeout. Once again, your halftime score from here on the hilltop, Harrison County 20 and Estill County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the hilltop, we got a tight one going on between the Breds and the Engineers as we begin the third quarter. Harrison County will receive after kicking off to start the game. The tea is sweet. The horses are fast. The day's work is honest. And the insurance, of course, is Kentucky Farm Bureau. Call Harrison County Farm Bureau on Monday, 234-4514, and ask for Dustin Ramey. I don't want people calling Dustin now.
No, well, if they call that number, they're probably going to get a machine.
Well, this is true. Yeah,
you can call it and leave a message.
I don't know, Dustin. I haven't seen him tonight here. He might be working the midnight oil.
It's possible.
Yeah. There's an onside kick attempt by the Engineers. The ball is loose. And let's see if the official Harrison County got it back.
Close.
Let's see, who was that? Came 27, which is Reese Grubb. Reese Grubb coming up with the catch. So good job for Reese, brother of Braxton. But what that does is give Harrison County good field position.
Sure. Almost caught him sleeping.
The 39-yard line. Overall this year, our starting field position has been the 31. Our opponents have been starting from the 41. Ball's on the far hash mark. Custard will put White in motion right to left. Snap is back to Caden. Gives the ball to Feeback, trying to find some running room, but there's a bunch of Engineers there to catch him. Looked like Malachi was trying to do like Dylan Carter did last week, or West Jesmond, where he just kind of shuffled his feet looking for a hole. That's not Malachi's game. He just needs to power it. causes a loss back to the 35, so a 4-yard loss on the play.
Ball will be placed at the 35-yard
Brings
line.
up second down and 14 yards to go. Early stages of the third quarter here on homecoming night. Is there a dance?
There is a homecoming dance.
Good for them.
Yes.
I won't be attending that.
I will not either.
Custer gives the
Feedback.
ball this time to feedback, goes to the far side, and
Better
is
that
going to
time.
be knocked out of bounds at about the 40.
Yeah, I think right around the 40. Maybe right on top of the 40.
You know how many homecoming dances I went to when I was in high school?
How many?
0.
Wow, I don't even know if we had any.
Yeah, we had
If
them.
we
I just-
did, I don't remember them.
Wasn't my thing. Third down and 9. Harrison County on third and long this year. Have been successful 31% of the time. Ball still over on the far hash mark. Custer looks over to the sideline to get the play call. Now he'll put Grubb in motion right to left. Snap is back to Gaden. Keeps the ball himself. Now will be tackled before it gets very far. I think that was Williams on the tackle. So the Reds, despite the good starting field position, I think are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, I think so.
Ball's at the 44, so a 4-yard gain on that play. And it would be 4th down and 5. So a little too early in the second half to be doing that. Harrison County does lead 20-12. Jacoby White back in punt formation. Deep for Estill County is John McTeer, who's been kept busy tonight because he also returns kicks.
Back to punt for Harrison
White
County. White.
checks to make sure there are 11 guys on the field, including himself. Seems satisfied that there are. Snap is back. Now White takes off. He's going to have
Lots
a first
of
down.
room.
Good play. Crosses
Lots of
midfield.
room.
40, 35, 30. Leaps and gets inside the 25. Nice run that time. The second week in a row that Jacoby White has successfully pulled off the
I think.
got a flag on the play,
Do
but it
you
might be a
remember-
late hit.
No, you remember you make the call about the leaping?
Flag on the play.
About
The
the
leaping is frowned
yeah,
upon. I
that
think
was close.
it might be called because he
I
threw
mean,
the
he
flag.
didn't get very far off the ground.
No, but he threw the flag where he leaped.
Yeah.
That's it's going to be the call.
It's going to be a personal foul. Yeah, I guess it is leaping. Crap.
Hurdling. I
Hurdling, hurdling,
is the
okay.
correct call. Hurdling.
26-yard gain on the play.
Still first down.
Yes, yes. But the penalty
Right.
after the Knupplaw first down. And that's what, our 4th penalty of the night?
That is number 3.
Hurdle.
Ball will be placed at the 45-yard line.
Ing. And that'll take us back to, that's a 15-yarder too. So back at the 45, 1st and 10. Snap back to Custard, keeps the ball himself, runs over to the far side. Oh, there's somebody there, so he comes back this way. Still looking to pass the ball, but tucks it under, looking to get some blocks, and will go out of bounds and around the 40. So a good job of scrambling that time by Custard.
Might be a penalty on Estill here.
Let's see, where's the flag?
Right at the 40.
And it's a personal foul. Again,
Really?
Shot to the head.
Huh.
So
Didn't see that. I thought
despite
it was
the
a-
gain to the 40, so it's a 5-yard gain for Custer, but another big penalty on the Breds as well.
So
See.
that negates the gain, right? Or not necessarily.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see where they put the ball, and it'll tell us for sure. Nope, the gain was
Okay.
what it was, but another 15-yard penalty puts us on the Harrison side of the 50, now at the 45, facing 1st down and 20. Or 2nd down and 20, excuse me. Here comes the rush. Custer nearly sacked, but now gets the ball in the flat. It's going to be feedback, trying to find some running room. Goes right, goes left, and goes down.
We get to the 45.
Is that Malachi's first catch of the night?
Second.
Second catch of the night.
And a second 10-yard catch.
And we got an engineer down on the play. We'll say the gain is to the 45,
16 Nice and number 62 Ross.
so a 10-yard gain on that pass play. And now the engineer is up and ready to go. So 3rd down now and 10 yards to go. Custer goes back to pass. Looking, fires. Oh, intercepted at the 37-yard line
22.
by number 22, Wall, who drops the ball himself, but there's only white shirts around. And now with the football is Hayden Fletcher, who's eventually brought down. Daggone it. So Waddle picks up his first interception of the year. Interception. And he returns it from the 37 to the
It was on the 43.
43. It's about a 6-yard return. But give the Engineers the ball back, still trailing by just one score. 8:07 left to go in the third quarter. As we said, starting from the Harrison County 43. Here's the give to Arvin. Goes to the right side. Finds a little running room as he sneaks past a couple of our tacklers before Zink brings him down.
It's the play that's been their bread and butter all night.
Yeah, just that little counter trade.
Zink on the stop for Harrison.
And with Arvin being just 5'7", he's kind of hard to find. He'll get the ball to the 48, so a 5-yard gain brings up second down and 5 yards to go.
Second down and 6.
Check out Uptown Eats for great steak burgers, ribeye sandwiches, and tasty treats. Conveniently located on the hilltop. They're open until midnight, Monday to Friday. That means today they'll be open until midnight after the game. And stay tuned later when we announce the Uptown Eats play of the game. Witt in pistol formation. This time gives the ball to Stevens. Stevens pounding forward across midfield.
Pick up 3.
He is a load.
On the carry for Estill.
Let's see here.
Zink on the stop
Stevens
for Harrison.
averaging about 7 yards per carry on the year. Gets it to the 48
Ball will be placed at the
on a
48.
4-yard gain. And that will bring up third down and 1 yard to go following the interception. Ball's on the far hash mark, lined up wide to the near side, which is the wide side will be Beckler. Tight formation for the Engineers. And now taking the ball on his own is the quarterback Witt. And
get it.
by second effort, depending on the spot, he might have gotten it. But let's see where they put it officially.
Quarterback Witt on the carry.
And they're going to say first down. So to the 2-yard gain of the 46. Fresh set of downs on the first drive of the second half for the Engineers. Clock down to 6:30. Harrison leads 20-12. They've led the entire game, but right now Estill County threatening to tie it if they can get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Methodically moving the ball.
Yeah.
Like we thought they would.
They're a run team, and this is their kind of series right now. Lots of plays, over lots of yards, taking off a lot of time. Ball still on the far hash mark. Pistol formation for Witt. Stevens behind him. He'll put Arvin in motion, but gives the ball to Stevens. Stevens crashes over the middle part of the line.
14 Stevens on the
They're
carry.
just letting Stevens pound on us.
Yeah, maybe 5-yard gain there, it looks like.
Gets to the 41. You are correct. Second down and 5 yards to go. And that's what they want. 5 yards here, 5 yards there,
Yeah,
eventually getting down the field. They're looking more like I assumed that they would here in the second half than they did in the first half. Particularly the first quarter when they really didn't look very good at all.
Yeah. Definitely got it going right now.
Yeah. Taking their time. Witt brings the play in from the far sideline. Now will bring his team to the line of scrimmage, ball in the middle of the field. Stevens will be behind Witt in the pistol formation. Arvin on his left side. Puts Arvin in motion. Going back to pass this time will be Witt. Flips it over on the far side to Arvin, and he'll have first down yardage. He got licked pretty good by somebody.
Caden Custard.
Woo! But still a first down for Arvin on the pitchback.
Custard on the stop for Harrison.
That was the first time we've seen
34, a 7-yard gain. So what they've done so far, they've had gains of 5, 4, 2, 5, and 7.
That'll get it done.
After
Ball
the
will be placed on the 35
interception
line. First down and 10.
by Braden Waddle of Caden Custard's third interception of the season. Just bad timing. 4:59 on the clock, 20-12. Harrison in the lead, but Engineers are driving. Pistol formation for Witt once again, puts Arvin in motion. Gives the ball, though, to Arvin, who will go to the far side, but is knocked out of bounds after a very short gain.
Number 21 Arvin on the carry. for the
I'll
Engineers.
say he was pushed out of bounds after no gain. Looks like they're going to place the ball on the 34-yard line. Nope, now they're going to say closer to the 33. So we'll give him a yard. Second down and 9 yards to go. good crowd on hand for tonight's homecoming festivities and the football game as well. Lining up wide to the near side this time is going to be Ethan Henry. Arvin gets the, no, excuse me, 22. That's Waddle gets the handoff and crashes over on the right side for a very short game. Another nice play by our defensive line, who are really stepping up here tonight.
Yeah, they've had a great game, but
3 more yards. A cloud of dust, as they say. Brings up 3rd down and 6. We've had trouble with 3rd down this season, including tonight. Witt comes from the far sideline with the play. He hopes will get them at least a 1st down as we're down to 3:37. They started this drive with 8:07, so we've gotten nearly 5 minutes off the clock. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Ball's on the far hash mark. Waddle in the backfield along with Witt. Oh, and we had a guy jump. Just a little anxious, and see, that's probably what they saw on the film last week.
I'm sure
they could get us to jump.
Get you extra 5 yards about every time.
Offsides plus 5.
We're gonna call it a first
25.
down.
And it shouldn't be. They needed to get to the 24.
They had to stick at the 25.
Okay. So 1st down and 10. So it's 35. 6. 2.
Handoff
Here's
to
a
Waddle.
handoff to Waddle again. It goes up the middle.
Get 3 there.
So Waddle starting to get several handoffs. 2:44 on the clock in the 3rd. Ball is now down to the 22 after that 3-yard gain. Oh, and the ball is on the far hash mark. 2nd down and 7. Come on, defense. We just got done bragging on you. Some of the Estill County fans are up and cheering on their engineers who are trying to engineer a scoring drive.
Oh.
I had to get it in sometime.
They're on the right track.
Oh, ouch. Better than mine. Witt goes back to pass. Here comes a rush. The sack.
Nice.
Oh, no.
A screen, but
screen.
it's going to be for a loss.
So
He did. Yeah, he got the pass.
Arvin
Screen
caught
pass
the
off.
pass. Just got it off before the sack. But it's going to be to the 25, and as you said, that's a 3-yard loss on that pass play.
You know what? That screen pass was derailed.
Ooh, very good. You've been practicing all week. You have to write these down so when if we play Estill in basketball, I can remember them.
There you go.
Big play coming up here. 3rd down and 10 for the Engineers. Down by 8, a minute and a half left to go in the 3rd. Pistol formation for Witt. Arvin's behind him. Witt goes back to pass, rolls right, fires it, and it's going to be off the mark. Yeah. He was going for Ethan Henry, but the ball a little wide of him. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10. And
gotta imagine they'll go for it.
4 down. They'll go for it on 4th down.
That's why I was surprised that wasn't a run to try to get some yards to make it 4th and
well, they
a little
probably
bit
thought
shorter.
they could surprise us by going for a pass because they had been going run, especially with Arvin in the backfield.
Yeah.
Up until the screen pass.
Right.
So another
See
big
what we got here.
Chance for Harrison County's defense to hold off Estill County at the 25, 4th and 10. Double wide outs to the near side, the wide side of the field. Witt, quarterback, gets the snap, goes back to pass, looking down the middle. Here comes the rush, and the ball's going to be incomplete. Incomplete pass to the far sideline. Looked like that once again it was Henry, his target.
Yep.
And Harrison County will take over on downs.
Pressure on the quarterback, errant pass. That's what you want to do.
We just had a couple of guys pin their ears back. So on downs, Reds hold. 1:12 on the clock. That drive took nearly 7 minutes. But we're ahead, so we'll take it.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Harrison County takes over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Custard in shotgun formation. Looks over to Feeback, who's in the backfield with him. Double wides to the near side, the wide side of the field. Custer gets the snap. He'll hand the ball to Feeback. Or is that Mitchell? Excuse me, Mitchell.
You're right, it's Feeback.
Oh, it's Feeback.
Yeah. Get it. That's a good
24 and 22, too much alike. So
good
feedback with nice gain to
Yeah.
the 32, a 7-yard gain. And that'll make it second down and 3 yards to go. Might have time for a couple of more plays here in the quarter. Second time that Harrison County's had the ball here in the second half. Feedback on the right hip now of Custard. Custard now gets the snap, and we may have taken too much time. That was a long
they
time
called a false start.
developing. And it's going to be procedure against Harrison County. So we're starting to drop back into that bugaboo from the first 3 games in which it just seemed like we couldn't stay away from the little nickel and dime penalties.
Yeah, we're up to 6 now.
Back to the 27. And most of them have been procedures and offsides. 22 seconds left to go in the quarter. Custard sets feedback from his right hip to his left. Snap is back. Custard rolls left. Now in the flat. We'll get the ball
that's Zink.
to Zink. Yep. So Zink catches the ball and gets out of bounds before the clock winds down to 0, down to 6 seconds.
It's going to be a third and very, very, very short.
Yeah, to the 34.
Placed on the 34-yard line.
So a 7-yard
Third down and 1 yard
pass
to go.
play.
Will be, or should be, the last play of the quarter.
Yes. 6 seconds left. Custard turns around, says something to feedback. Now goes under center. Now just
Sneak.
bulls his way forward, and I think we got the first down.
Yep. Looks like the spot is good.
About to carry.
So let's wait for the official notification. Referee looks down the line and says
36.
it's another Canup Law
That's exactly
first down.
what he said.
So at the end of 3, your score, Harrison County 20, Estill County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
12.
All right, as we begin the fourth quarter, Harrison County's defense keeps the Engineers from getting into the end zone. Harrison County getting the ball back. And we'll have a 1st and 10 coming up. Well, you know about the Beast Pizza.
I do.
But don't forget about Snappy's great salads and sandwiches. Just dial 235-7627 right now, and I mean right now.
You can do it now.
That's 235.
Snap.
Thank you.
Had myself a sandwich this afternoon.
Did
well,
you?
I guess when I was noonish, it was lunchtime. It was mighty good. Mighty
I
tasty.
had a burger from the gas station.
Yum.
It was yummy.
I'm sure it was.
After my mile walk out there and my mile walk back,
That's why you're in the good shape that you are in.
I guess. You know, I'm starting to become a semi-celebrity in Paris because of my walking.
Get people honking at you.
About 3 times in the last 3 weeks, somebody said, I've seen you walking. With the
Feet.
ball, Custard crashes over the 40-yard line
Big hit.
for a good gain. And right now our offensive line is getting a push on the defensive line of Estill County.
Which is exactly what you want.
It's wearing them down because we've had, you know, we've run so many plays tonight. Keeps those Engineers on the field. Gain is going to be put to the 42, so it was a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4 yards to go. And we got an injured Engineer, Cameron Talby, 5'10 junior, defensive lineman. Now he's up, but he's going to limp off towards the sideline. I think he'll be fine, just maybe got the ankle bent in an unusual way on a tackle that last time. So Talby's off the field now. And now we're ready for this 2nd and 4 play coming up for the Breds. They lead 20-12. They've led all the way. But still trying to stave off the Engineers, who are just one score behind.
Yeah, you got to think that you want one more score to feel really comfortable.
Get 2 scores up, and I'll feel better. Custer now will give the ball this time to Feedback, who runs
got a
out
couple.
of bounds.
Feedback on the carry for Harris.
Close to first down yardage. Well, no, he didn't get as far as I thought he did it, out of bounds. Kind of blocked off by our players down there.
Yeah.
Actually, he only gets the yard to the 43. So that will bring up 3rd down and a long 3 to go.
3rd down and 3.
Custard says something to Feedback, who's on his left hip. Says something to him again. Gets the snap. Hands it off. No, fake handoff. Custard still has it, but he can't get anywhere. Nice play by Caden Arvin to take him down. This is a Estill County team that averages 2.5 sacks per game, and that time they showed why.
Easton Arvin on the stop.
They'll back the ball to the 39. A 4-yard loss on the play, and all of a sudden Harrison County facing 4th and long will punt the ball away.
Yeah,
10:51 on the clock.
I don't think Estill County is going to believe them after the last time.
After last time, that's right. The guy who usually stands back there, McTeer, is standing close to the 50-yard line. Well, the last time they just all turned their head at the same time, and nobody realized Jacoby was taking off. Snap's good. The punt is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Takes a Harrison County most definite roll.
Nice.
Inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5. Well, nope,
on the 5.
It stopped at the 5-yard line.
Very nice. Good job.
So nice job. 45-11, a 56-yard punt by Jacoby White. Nice job, Jacoby.
Got that top spin on it.
Yeah. Well, there was nobody back, so he knew that he could take his time. So the punt goes down to the 5. That's where the Engineers will try to make their comeback attempt. Remember, they held the ball for nearly 7 minutes the last time they had the ball. Let's see what they do this time around. 10:24 on the clock, as we mentioned before. Farm Credit Mid-America offers short-term loans and handle the present so you can focus on the future. Contact Michael Furnish on Monday at 859-254-2741, and he can tell you more about it. Pistol formation for the quarterback. Witt gives the ball to Arvin. Arvin trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be tackled. A couple of Thoroughbreds. Looks like Conway was over there. Custard also part of that tackling group. Ball's going to be at the 7, so just a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down. Excuse me, and 8 yards to go. Actually going to put it back at the 6. So just a 1-yard gain.
Okay.
Now they have a lineman race in at the last second. Do the Engineers. Once again, congratulations to Bart Chastain and Ashlyn McNeese, our king and queen of homecoming. Timeout called. We'll take it as well. 9:43 left. Your score. Estill County trails Harrison County 20-12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Apprehensive about surgery? We'll take care of the rest.
2nd down and 9. Estill County.
All right, 2nd down and 9 coming up after the timeout by Estill County. Witt right at his goal line in shotgun formation. Got Stevens behind him. He'll put Arvin in motion. The give, though, is to Stevens up the middle, and he's got first down yardage. So a good run that time by number 14. He was just a specimen out there at 6'2", 220.
Not the fastest guy in the world, but he's big.
No, just big. 10 yards on the gain to the 16 and a first down. As I think we're in store for another methodical trek down the field by the run-heavy Estill County Engineers, who still trail by 8. 9.5 left on the clock. They've already run a minute off. Seems like they just did get the ball. Lining up wide to the near side, the wide side of the field is going to be Beckler. Lewis has been on him all night long. Witten pistol formation with Stevens behind him. He will give the ball to Arvin. Arvin trying to find the outside, and he's still on his feet, slipping tackles, tight-roping the sideline on the far side until he's eventually knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it near the 35-yard line, and that'll be another first down for the Engineers. They'll put the ball at the 34, so an 18-yard gain. And they are using that counter tray to death.
I mean, it's I think really and truly it's only been stuffed once all night. At the least, it's usually getting at least 3 or 4, and if not big chunks like that.
Anytime you run against the grain, it's difficult to tackle.
Is that 18 on that one?
Yes, to the 34, first down. Once again, Stevens in behind Witt. Ball on the far hash mark. Witt going back to pass, fires it down the field. He's got a man, but he's going to be about 10 yards too far on the pass. But
he was open.
Number 9, that's open. Ethan Henry, had a step on his defender. So Harrison County dodging a bullet there. Brings up second down and 10. And that shows the difference between the good quarterbacks and the ones that are just learning.
Yeah.
Caden Custard makes that pass.
Yeah.
But Witt, being that he's a first-year quarterback, even though he's a senior.
Probably got pretty excited when he saw that guy wide open.
When he saw a guy open. We've been probably running that in practice all week, but just got a little too excited. Second down and 10 coming up. Clock stops at 8:39. Pistol formation for Witt. Ball on the far hash mark. He'll put Arvin in motion, gives the ball to Arvin. Arvin over on the far side, slips a tackle, slips another, and gets across the 40.
Another 6, maybe 7 yards.
Come on, guys. Let's not give up. Arvin carried the ball a lot tonight, as we mentioned.
Number 18. 18th carry.
He came in with 49 rushes in their first 4 games, averaging 11. So way beyond that.
That was 18 and...
Gets it to the 40, they're going to say. So a 6-yard gain.
164 yards.
Third, wow, 165.
Yep.
You know, we haven't really had much trouble run defense this year. But, well, except for Lawrence County. We ran all over.
That's a little different.
All right, third down and 4. Ball's on the far hash mark. Stevens behind Witt. Puts Arvin in motion, gives the ball, though, to Stevens. Stevens trying to find a hole on the left side. Is spun and is going to be short of first down yardage.
That's a good stop.
And with 7:35 on the clock, down by 8. Decision time for the Engineers on what will be 4th and 2 from their own 41-yard line after that 1-yard gain. Looks like they're going to go for it. This may be the ball game, folks. 7:16 left on the clock. Harrison up 20-12.
Don't jump off sides.
Yeah, you got that right. I hope that our coaching staff is yelling that at our players, because offsides would give them a first down.
Because that'd be crazy not to try it.
Power I formation behind Witt, who's under center.
Oh, almost lost the
ball. Gives the ball to Waddle.
And
Waddle's going to get the first down. Well, almost a busted play because of the low snap.
But no cigar.
Good job by Witt giving the ball to Waddle, who gets the first down. Most of the time on that kind of play, it's a timing play. Gets it to the 46, a 5-yard gain. First and 10 for the Engineers. 6:44 on the clock here on homecoming night.
Chug-a-lugging down the tracks.
Yeah, I know. This will be the 8th play of the drive, which began back at the 5. And they still haven't gotten across midfield yet. But a fresh set of downs makes it easier. Witt once again will go under center with the power eye behind him. Ball on the far hash mark. He'll give the ball to Stevens. And he'll be
That's
tackled.
Waddle, wasn't it? 22?
Waddle. Yeah, Waddle short of the 50-yard line. You know, they'll go with Arvin for a while. They'll go with Stevens for a while. Then go with Waddle for a while. 3-yard gain to the 49. Second down and 7. Come on, Brads. Let's play a little defense here.
Under 6 minutes now.
Clock keeps winding down. And don't be surprised if Estill County enters the red zone with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
That's the way they're traveling. And once again, the power eye is going to be in behind of Witt, along with Stevens. Back there now, Jack's Neese. Neese, no small boy at 5'11", 220. Witt under center. Goes back to pass on there.
Ooh. Almost
intercepted
That was so
as Beckler
close.
was the intended target. Trying the slant pattern there. You know, perfectly executed slant is nearly impossible to stop.
But it has to be perfect.
But it has to be perfect.
Yes, and that's on the quarterback and the receiver.
Yes. That's why you don't see it very much.
I know, because it's so hard to do.
Yeah. You know, you used to see it a lot in the pros, but you hardly ever see it in the pros anymore.
Very seldom anymore.
Well, for one thing, you're usually running your tight end on the slant.
Yeah.
And you're going across the middle where there's a lot of people, and your tight end could get killed.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of the reason they
could
don't
be
run a
why.
slant anymore.
They saw too many fatalities in the middle.
Yeah. In any case, it's 3rd down and 7. Oh, we got a new guy lined up wide to the near side.
That's a big boy, too.
And timeout called by Estill County. I don't think they wanted Layden Rollins out there. 6'5", 257.
257.
5:28 left to go. Your score remains Harrison County 20 and Estill County 12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All righty, out of the timeout. 3rd down and 8 yards to go for Estill County. Still in their own territory at the 49. Stevens on the left hip of Witt, who's now back into shotgun formation. Witt calls his own number, rolls left, turns the corner, and I think he might have gone out of bounds prior to getting the first down. There's a Harrison County Thoroughbred down on the play as well.
Yep.
Number 2, Witt on the carry for Estill.
Oh, yeah, we do have a Brad down.
Yeah. They're across. So they're going to say it's at the 46, so a 5-yard gain on that play. And after the injured player is taken care of, it'll be 4th down and 2. They've already converted a 4th down in this drive. That was 4th and 3. And now Coach Graham heading across to the other side to check on his injured player.
Is that J.D. Tucker, it looks like.
Is it?
Yep. 44.
So Tucker down. You know, J.D. plays so hard.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He's a wild man. Gives it 120% every play.
Can't tell.
He was right at where Witt turned the corner.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get your feet stuck, and that just twists everything out of whack.
If he's reaching for a calf or
yeah, I can't tell
knee
where he's grabbing.
or ankle, or he's grabbing at something down there.
Yeah. Well, if you're fed up, call Canup. Canup Law handles bankruptcy, disability, and foreclosures. Call Brian if you're in need. He'll probably answer the phone anytime. 859-988-9658. And he'll take care of you. Good to have Brian in the Cynthiana market after spending many years up in Paris.
That's right. Right down on Main Street, just down from us.
Yep. Pretty soon here, he's going to have another kid going to college, so
I know.
Please see Brian. Injured Thoroughbred still down, Tucker, as they're working on the right calf, so it might simply be a cramp. He's up now and walking gingerly with the trainer back to our sideline, but he's got to go all the way from one sideline to the other, so it's going to take him a little while. Oh, you could tell when he was walking something just really grabbed at that right hamstring. Oh, everybody, anybody has had that happen to him at one time or another. Wake up in the middle of the night, all of a sudden feels like somebody is trying to dig into your calf. After a while, it's okay, but initially it's kind of like JD is walking very gingerly, and I think it grabbed him again.
Yep.
That's why you drink a lot of water and eat a lot of bananas. Or drink a lot of Gatorade. It's got potassium in it, too. Because I don't like bananas.
Me neither. Gross.
All right. Here we go. 4th down and 2.
Big play.
Estill County going for it, down by 8 with just over 5 minutes left to go. Beckler will line up wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Lewis is on him defensively. Pistol formation for Witt with Stevens behind him. And now one of the officials coming to the other official to talk about something. Oh. We'll put 5:20 on the clock. So 5:20. As the official comes over and talks to Coach Graham. 5-2-0. Imagine that.
Oh, Mike knew what he was talking about.
Yeah. Just flip the O with the 2.
Yeah, get the critter in there in that scoreboard to flip him around.
Yeah. There's little chipmunks inside there, you know. There we go. Now we're ready to go.
Now we're good.
4th and 2 from the Harrison County 46 with 5:20 on the clock now.
Interested to see what play they call here.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Breds can stop it.
Witt, pistol formation on the far hash mark with Stevens behind him. Puts Arvin in motion, gives the ball to Arvin. Arvin goes to the far side and has a first down. Man, they have run that and run that and run that. In between the counter tray and the jet sweep, we've stopped it very few times.
I'd be interested to see tomorrow, after coaches look at film, how many times that
particular play, you got that
ran.
right. 3 yards on the carry, but it's enough for another first down. The second time in this series in which the Engineers have converted 4th down. Come on, Thoroughbreds. Once again, Beckler wide to the near side, the wide side of the field. They've gone to him once. Pistol formation, Witt with Stevens behind him. Puts Arvin in motion. Goes back to pass. Looking. Has a man open. Catches the ball. He's inside the 15, the 10, the 5, and about the 4-yard line. Dang. Let's see, who was that?
9. I want to say it was 9. 9.
Number 9, Ethan Henry with the catch. And another first down for Estill County. 1st and goal from the 5 after that 38-yard pass play. One of the few long pass plays they've had tonight. Holy cow.
Estill's got a guy down now.
Okay.
That looks like a cramp to me.
5:02 still on the clock. This is a drive that began back at the 5-yard line for Estill County after Harrison County had to punt the ball on a really nice punt by Jacoby White. But they've been able to come to within 5 yards and a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Once again, we'll be on the road next week as we play our first district game over at Boyd County, taking on the Lions. As we mentioned before, Boyd County starting a 5-game homestand tonight against Mason County. It'll be interesting to see how that score turns out. The injured engineer, say that 5 times real fast.
Injured.
It's being helped off the field, and I'm with you. I think it's a cramp.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Not putting much weight on it, but when you got a bad enough cramp, you don't want to put weight on it. So now he's all loosened up and getting more loosened up. I'd say he will be back, whatever number
51.
he is. So 1st and goal from the 5.
All right.
Estill County has never led in this game, with Harrison County getting the first 12 points. But the Engineers are stuck with it, stuck with the game plan. Didn't feel like they had to start throwing the ball despite being down 2 scores. All right, ball on the far hash mark. Witt with Stevens behind him. Arvin in motion. The give is to Stevens. Crashes up the middle,
Good
but
tackles.
our defensive line is there to bring him down.
Taylor Conway
I'm
was
not
in
sure
there on
if
that
he
one
got
too.
any kind of gain at all on that one.
I think he just did get back to the line.
In fact, they may back him up a yard. Let's see where they put the ball officially.
Conway and Howard on the stop.
No, we're going to give it to the 5. So no gain on the play. Second down and goal from the 5-yard line on play 14 of this drive. 4:09 on the clock.
Tick-tock.
Engineers have taken 8 minutes off the clock in this drive. Once again, the pistol formation for Witt with Stevens behind him. Watch out for Stevens. Witt calls out the play, puts Arvin in motion, gives the ball to Stevens. Stevens trying to find the inside, but runs into a wall of Thoroughbreds.
Nice.
Good job, wall of Thoroughbreds.
Saw a Paul Robert
Stevens.
Coates, Braxton Grubb. It took more than one.
Yes, it did.
But they did a
because
good
he's
job.
big dude. 1 yard loss on the play, back to the 6. Actually, I think they're going to say
7.
the 7. So -2 to the 7. Brings up third down and goal from the 7-yard line with 3:20 left.
Isn't that crazy?
I told you to be around the 2s when they got inside the 10.
Yep.
Lining up wide to the far side is Ethan Henry. Ball in the middle of the field. Lined up wide to the near side is Beckler. Stevens in behind of Witt, who's in shotgun formation. Witt, hard count, puts Arvin in motion, gives the ball to Arvin. Arvin cuts back into the middle, driving towards the goal line, but he's going to come up short.
He got a good game, but he's still short.
Yeah. That 2-yard loss on the previous play helping out a lot,
came
but
up
he's
big
down
there.
to the 1. 6-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th and goal
Holy cow.
from the 1 with 2:42 left.
Man.
The
This
biggest
is it.
play of the game,
Hey, yeah, this-
obviously. If Harrison County stops them here,
Game's over.
we win. With Estill one more timeout left. They're making sure they got everybody on the same page. Witt
Big.
will line up under center. Power I formation behind him. Stevens directly behind him. Witt, now we're going to have a timeout called by
Estill.
the Estill County Engineers. We'll take it as well. 2:11 is all we got left. Harrison County's lead, the same as it was at halftime, 20-12. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
Before 2328
Okay,
in
back in
Cynthiana.
5
Thank
Or
you.
in Falmouth, 654-5454. That's Angelo's Pizza.
All righty, here we go. Out of the timeout. 4th and goal for the 1. Witt under center. Stevens behind him. Witt will get the call. Goes over the middle, and he is going to be in there for the touchdown. 4th touchdown of the season for Caleb Witt, and the Estill County Engineers, after a 16-play drive, have gotten back to within 2 at 20-18.
That's a heck of a drive.
16 plays, 95 yards, culminating in the 1-yard touchdown run by Witt. So now Harrison County needs to stop this 2-point conversion try, which would tie the game for the first time since it was 0-0. Witt gets the sign from his coach, Jordan Markham. tells the rest of his team what it is in the huddle, and now they'll break.
Now that one was it,
on
but this
the
one is
3-yard
it.
line. Power I formation in behind Witt once again, who will be under center once again. Stevens directly behind him. Witt calls out the snap cadence. Trying to get Harrison to jump. Nobody jumps. Here's a pass into the end zone. Caught! And Estill County has tied the score. Jack's Niece with the reception. And it's 20-20. 2:06 left to go. And Trent, what a drive.
I mean, you got to take your hat off and just say good job. I mean, it wasn't flashy. It was grinded out and smack you in the nose and pick up fourth downs 3 times.
Yeah, that's the thing. 4 times we let them
times.
convert. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 times. 3
okay.
times we let them convert fourth down.
Yeah.
Now, the good thing is,
right,
the Breds still have 2:06
Yeah,
and 3 timeouts. And we are a quick strike offense, although we haven't scored since the first half.
That's true.
Oh.
Don't have to get it all in one play because, like you said, you got the 3 timeouts. You got plenty of time. 2 minutes without 3 timeouts would be plenty of time, especially when you're throwing the ball. So,
let's see what kind of kickoff we get from Aaron Williams. Back deep for Harrison County. Malachi feedback.
Back deep for Harrison County. The 22.
Jacoby White.
Jesse Mitchell back there as well.
Kicking off for
So here we go.
12, Young.
The kick by Williams is going to be a short one. Be picked up at the 29-yard line by Mitchell.
Yep.
Mitchell spins around but doesn't get very far.
Around a 32-ish.
Harrison County with 2:01 on the clock. We'll start off what we hope is a winning drive at their own 32 after that 3-yard return by Mitchell.
Ball be placed at the 32-yard line. First down and 10.
Lined up wide to the near side is Conway. Ball's in the middle of the field. Double wide, make that trips to the far side. The only back in the backfield along with Custard is feedback. Snap back to Caden. Rushes out of the pocket. Now eludes a couple of would-be engineer tacklers. Now he's got some running room on the far side. He's in the middle and gets near the 50-yard line. And for another Knupplaw first down on a fantastic run by Custard to the 46. 46, a 14-yard gain.
I thought he was going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
I know.
It's nice to have that in your back pocket.
Got that right. Stop the clock to move the chains.
Now it's back running.
Double wides, left and right. Ball's on the far hash mark now. Feedback on the left hip of Custard. Snap is back. Kane looks downfield. Still looking. Now takes off. Up the middle. He's at midfield and is going to be taken down there after just a 4-yard gain. Clock is down to 1:18. I don't know when you would start calling timeouts to stop the clock.
Under a minute. But you need to be quicker than this, though.
So 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
Second down and 5.
Ball's on the far hash mark. Clock at 1 minute to go. Trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Feedback on the left hip of Custard. Snap is back to Caden. He rolls this way. In the flat, finds Grubb. Braxton has a first down, and now will be flipped as he is tackled by Henry. Clock will stop with the moving of the chains on another Knupplaw first down. And timeout Harrison County. 42 seconds left to go. Your score, Harrison County 20 and Estill County likewise. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports.
859-234-3323.
Jim.
All righty, as we get back to play. Officials still talking to each other. And whatever conversation it was, maybe about where they're going to eat dinner tonight. Ball's on the 43, 1st and 10, and now we're going to have another meeting of the officials.
What now?
After something that Coach Graham said to one of the Zebras, who gives the information to the referee, who is heading to the other side. I'm not sure what this is all about.
Neither.
I don't know. All the officials are going back to their normal positions, so I am really baffled by what that was all about. Okay, maybe now we'll go. Custard in shotgun formation. Goes back to pass, looks left, looks down the middle, rolls right, now comes back this way, eluding tacklers along the way, trying to find the sideline, and will go out of bounds at around the 40-yard line.
Late hit.
And a late hit by Estill County.
Their first penalty of
Oh, you're
the
kidding.
night.
Oh, and it comes at the worst time in a worst case scenario type of penalty as well. You know, you saw Caden kind of hesitating before he went out of bounds, and I think that the guy thought, well, he's going to try to stay in bounds.
Yeah, but,
but then Caden stepped out of bounds, and the guy leveled him.
Yeah, he was well out.
Whoa. So, wow, the first penalty of the game.
Yep, of the entire game.
Late hit. Plus 15 to the 25-yard line. And another Knuppelaw first down. 30 seconds left. Maybe in field goal range for Cameron White. Here's a pass between the hands of Jacoby White and out of bounds.
A little high. It's all right.
So incomplete pass.
So what did Caden get yardage-wise?
He got 3 yards.
Okay, thank you. All right, second down.
All right, second down and 10 from the 25. From here, it would be about a 42-yard field goal. Coach Graham has said in the past that he'd be willing to trust White with a 40. So are we close enough with 25 seconds left and 2 timeouts? Ball's on the far hash mark. Tie score. Harrison County hoping to break it in the final seconds. Custard gets the snap. Looks downfield. Nobody's open. He takes off up the middle. Now will be tackled at the 25. Nice job that time. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up third down and 10.
Timeout.
And a timeout, Harrison. 17 seconds left to go. We're still knotted at 20-20. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. Thank you.
437-1, their telephone number. Stop by or give Dan a call today.
All righty, here we go. Ball's on the 25. Third down and 10. 17 seconds left. Tie score. Snap back to Custard. Looks to his left. Looks down the middle. Fires it. Caught!
Nice!
At the 10-yard line on a nice play
Zink.
by Jackson Zink.
Nice play call.
All
Nice
right.
pass. Nice route.
Nice
Perfect.
everything.
Perfect.
And another Knuppelaw first down.
Also a good thing.
Yes.
12.9.
Now, definitely in field goal range at the 11 after a 14-yard pass play. 12 seconds on the clock. The Breds have a timeout. They'll probably use that timeout to set up the field goal attempt if they don't score. Snap back to Custard. Comes this way, and he will jump out of bounds.
Out of bounds. A couple of yards.
8 seconds left. 4 seconds went off the clock that time. Come on. Trying to win homecoming night. They'll say he got to the 9, so a 2-yard gain.
9-yard line. Second down and goal.
2nd and 8 from the 9. They can conceivably get inside the sticks for a first down without actually getting a touchdown, but just barely.
We'd rather him score.
Yes, definitely. Custard with feedback on his right hip. As we said, 8 seconds on the clock. Snap to Custard. Now slides in the middle of the field, setting up for the field goal attempt.
Wow.
Timeout Harrison. We'll take it as well. 4 seconds left. We're tied at 20. We'll take a break, and then the Breds will try the game-winning field goal. You're listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. A 28-yard field goal.
28-yard field goal. Here we go.
All right. For the 28-yard field goal.
He made it! He made it!
Wow! Harrison County wins on a 28-yard field goal by Cameron White here on the Hilltop.
Good job, Cam.
On homecoming night, 23-20.
Good job, Snapper, and good job, Holder.
Yes, definitely. Tanner Toohey putting down the perfect snap, and then White bombed it. And I tell you what, Trent, that thing would have been good from 35.
It would have been.
Cameron was jacked.
He was ready to go.
All right. Harrison County wins by a final score of 23-20.
Awesome.
Give Estill County all the credit in the
Yeah,
world.
for sure. Great game.
They had a 16-play, 95-yard drive that tied it up. But the Thoroughbreds, in the last 2 minutes, were able to get the ball downfield. The biggest catch won by Zink for 11 yards, or 14 yards. The guy's down to 11 in field goal range. And then the coaching staff wise enough to say, let's get the ball in the middle of the field.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
Good football.
We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats. We'll also have a chat with Coach Ray Graham. We'll go over also our play of the game, brought to you by Uptown Eats, and I kind of have an idea what it might be. We'll also have our player of the game, sponsored by Judy Construction, which I also think we know that's going to be. All that coming up after this timeout. Here on homecoming night on the Hilltop, Harrison County wins over Estill 23-20. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Football on WCYN Sports. All right.
You have been listening to Harrison County football action right here on WCYN. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you in part by Van Hook Hardware, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Bluegrass Stockyards, Hinton Mills, Poindexter Lumber, Angelo's Pizza, Sorrel Home Medical Equipment, Primo
With
Smiles,
no time on the
Southern
clock.
States, Cynthiana Tire, Central Kentucky
Last
Ag
time
Credit,
that we won
Edward
the
Jones
game
Investments,
on a field goal with
Smith
no time
Insurance,
left on the clock
Unity Christian Church,
was
Uptown Eats, Canuck Law,
was
Judy Construction Company,
Nope,
Snappy
wrong
Tomato
sheet.
Pizza, Farm Credit
Too much
Mid-America,
stuff.
Michael Furnish, and Harrison County Farm
What
Bureau.
do you know about Jim McKee?